Okay, as you're progressing through this social media marketing agency course, learning social media, learning internet marketing, email marketing, I want to talk to you about finding the niche. And I'm going to do this in multiple videos because this is such an important subject. So I want to just introduce you to this concept. The first thing you need to know, the first concept is that Confucius said, the man who chases two rabbits catches none. So if you just decide you're going to do social media and get businesses paying you from $1,000 to $10,000 a month to manage their social media, and you think you're just going to shotgun and go after every possible type of niche business, might end up with none, no success. So I want you to be successful. This course is all built around that, this test group. And also, cool, I got an email from a guy, and I posted on my Snapchat. He sent a picture of a check that he got for it was either $20,000 or $22,000. He got a doctor office to pay him like $1,500 to $2,000 for a whole year up front to manage social media. So this test group's already working. They're seeing success, getting lots of cool stories. But he went, and what he did correctly was he went very specifically after like, I think it was maybe pediatricians. So he picked his market and then began to talk to them, and it didn't take him long to find his clients. A business card, he showed me his business card. In fact, he got this client before he even had his business cards done, and his company was just barely formed. And on it, it said something, it specifically was like doctor's office marketing or something, or pediatrician marketing. So by him choosing a niche, that doctor's office felt like, wow, this is what I've always needed. One person specifically who knows this and specifically focuses on me. Your customers, which are the businesses, they want to feel that you really know them and you're really focused on them. So the main lesson that I want you to go here is, you're always, as an entrepreneur, going to be overwhelmed with choices. Life is full of choices. There's a good book by Barry Schwartz called The Paradox of Choice. If you're not careful, you will end up with nothing, because you will be fragmented and unfocused. Now, I'm going to read to you just some of these potential niches you can go after, okay? And I'll put this has a PDF below. You can look at it below or print it out and follow along. I don't know if I'll read every one, but this just shows you how much opportunity there is, because each of the names of types of businesses I'm about to read is in and of itself a unique opportunity. So you have auto dealerships, great market, okay? You can specialize in car dealerships, motorcycle dealerships, auto financing, and this would be mortgage financing, people who help people get loans on cars or on homes. You could focus on that. Auto repair, body shops. There's probably, even if you live in a small town, there's body shops all over the place. Car rental companies, window tinting companies, lawyers, and then you could specifically be more specific. Specifically target subcategories of lawyers, like divorce lawyers, bankruptcy lawyers, personal injury lawyers, estate planning lawyers, business and corporate formation lawyers. Then you can get into insurance, which I think there's like 1 million insurance agents in America. Licensed, they're not all active, something like that I once read. And different kinds of insurance. You could work for auto insurance agencies, could be a client of yours, life insurance agencies, health insurance, dental, annuities, wealth management companies. You could work with accountants and CPAs. They're usually not good at social media. Financial planners. There's, I think, 100,000 financial planners in America, not even counting. You can do this globally too. Consultants. There's many different types of consulting agencies. HR specialists. You can do it in the real estate market, and then the subcategories you could focus on: home inspectors, home appraisers, mortgage brokers, real estate investors, foreclosure and short sale experts. I launched a real estate test group where Cole Hatter, one of my business partners, will teach you how he went from being paralyzed in a wheelchair in his early 20s to being a millionaire before he was 28. And it was through real estate, flipping houses and buy and hold rental properties and multi-units, but you can use social media. These people want social media to help them find deals, so you could specialize in that. Moving companies, event planners, florists, big one, florists. They make a lot of money. Catering companies, photographers or videographers. Now, sometimes they'll know how to do some of their social media, but you're going to learn how to optimize websites for people, do email marketing for them. DJs do their social media. For a wedding, you can do social media for wedding or wedding planners. Limousine drivers, personal chefs. Health and beauty market, you could do hair salons, huge one. There's so many hair salons, nail salons, day spas, cosmetic surgeons, dermatologists, tanning beds, or whatever they call them. What are those called? Tanning salons. Chiropractors, you got dentists, gyms, personal trainers, weight loss specialists, people like dietitians, massage therapists. You could do it for the education system. For private schools could be one of your customers you could focus on. Technical training centers that teach people how to weld or other plumbing, vocational training. Travel agents, yes, some of them still exist. Small non-chain hotels. Now you could do a chain hotel. When you're better, it'd be a great client if you could get a huge hotel chain like Motel 6 or something. But that's hard to do at the beginning. But there's many small independent hotels. Resorts, timeshares, and people selling timeshares. Big business. Construction companies, home services, air conditioning, heating companies, handymen, growing niche, heating and cooling, housekeeping and maid services. There's agencies that do housekeeping and maid placement, and you can do social media for them. Painters, plumbers, people who remodel bathrooms or kitchens, general contractors. Pest control companies, carpet cleaning, people who build decks and porch, people who do pools or spas, roofing companies, fencing companies you could specialize in. Specialize in landscaping is a great one. I've talked about that one before. Siding, flooring, locksmiths, glass repairs, security systems, interior designers, home theater service, and people who install home theaters, childcare. There's so many childcare little independent mom and pop that you could do social media for. Veterinarians, pet groomers, tattoo shops, karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, martial arts, boxing, small yoga places. You could do Pilates. You could specialize. And remember, once you specialize in one of those and you saturate your market where you live, now you have a story to tell. The other reason, and that brings me, so point number one, if you get scattered, you will get nothing. Point number two was me going through this list. The third thing I want to give you in this introductory to picking your niche is the concept that Mark Zuckerberg, so he starts Facebook. He starts it only for his school. I think it was at Harvard, just Harvard. Then what did he do next? He didn't start out global with Facebook. He's not a billionaire because he went global. He started just Facebook in Harvard. Then he went just to Ivy League colleges, not even all colleges. Then he went to all colleges, but only in the United States. And then he went to anyone in the United States. And then last, he went global. And this is, I don't know how many years, but I would guess 2 to 4 years later before he expanded. So Mark Zuckerberg's a smart guy, one of the wealthiest people, especially considering his age, ever to walk this planet, self-made. You got to learn from the example of smart people. So if it took him a few years to start niche and expand, me and you shouldn't be cocky and go, well, I can do it immediately. No. This is maybe your first business you've ever done, or maybe you've done a few other ones. But you and I, let's all admit, neither one of us, myself included, are better businessmen than Mark Zuckerberg. And one more example, Jeff Bezos, who started Amazon. He started with just books, knowing one day he would expand into what he called the everything store. There's a good book called The Everything Store. But Jeff Bezos started with just books because he wanted to dominate one thing, get good at it. And what happens is, if you dominate one of these, like you choose and you work with general contractors, or you work with companies, dentists. Once you start getting some cool testimonials back where you're helping the dentist get more people, more clients, now you get them to write you a letter, or you go in with a camera and you videotape it. And then it allows you to expand your market, because everybody you go to, future prospects that aren't yet paying you, you say to them, look what I did for Bob the dentist. Look what I did for Susie, the cosmetic surgeon. And then you go to other cosmetic surgeons and say, Susie's the example of what I can do for you. I got her 10 new clients in a month, and she made an extra $100,000, and I only charged her $5,000 or $2,000. Okay, see how this works? You build success, builds on success. Don't get greedy. Don't get too much too fast. Follow the ways of Mark Zuckerberg, of Jeff Bezos. It's just great common sense. Okay? So I want you to leave a comment below. This isn't the only talk I'm going to do on niches, but I want to give you this foundational. If you don't understand this whole course, the test group ain't going to work for you. Understand this, and you understand the general 50% of the gist of this whole program. By going narrow, you allow yourself a tenfold increase in the chance that things are going to go well for you. So leave a comment below. What niche are you leaning towards and why? And you can list a niche that I didn't put on here. So don't feel constricted by these. That was just for example. Okay? Answer that below, and I will see you on the next lesson.